as you can see, there are 39 entries left, so we are halfway done. And seeing as how I've been streaming for almost 12 hours, I think you guys know what is coming next. We're approaching 11 hours, 54 minutes here. So in 5 more minutes, I will have been streaming for 12 hours. So I guess you guys understand what's happening. And what's happening next is that we're jumping right into another league. So let's spin the wheel. Could it be? It is Burn. All right, Burn. So this is Burn. And you may notice a few things about this list. First of all, I am still playing Eidolon, and I'm also playing the One Ring. So I believe the new hotness in Burn is that they are cutting all of their Eidolons, and they're playing like Mishra's Bauble, the Trigger Monastery Swiftspear. So a normal Burn list, I guess, would just have, these wouldn't be here, like all 6 of these cards wouldn't be here, and it would just be more Burn spells. And I believe they're main decking Roiling Vortexes and like sideboarding Roiling Vortexes. Yeah, but you're so excited to play your favorite deck. Damn straight. I personally think that Eidolon is fantastic. I also am wondering how good the ring is in Burn. So anyway, yeah, Burn. Attack with hasty creatures, throw burn spells at opponent's face, Skullcrack so they don't gain life, sideboard, Sanctifier, Onvec, Path, Smash to Smithereens, Wear Tear, Chalice for Cascade decks, more Skullcracks for life gain. Let us jump into it. They run Dragon's Rage Channeler as well sometimes. Yeah, and I've seen Burn lists with Ragavan. Like, the Burn players don't seem to know what they want to do right now. So how many leagues has it been this stream? I believe this is number 5. Let me check. Or maybe it's 6. Yeah, I think this is 6. All right, we are on the, what are we doing? Rolled 5, rolled 3. So I'm on the draw. Eidolon double Boros Charm. Is this keepable? Especially on the draw? I'm not sure. Haven't played Burn before. 4 lands also seems like a lot. I think probably, again, it also really depends on what we're playing against. Yeah, 4 lands seems like a lot, so mull this. Well, if 4 lands seems like a lot, 6 lands seems like even more. So go to 5. All right, keep this, and then I'm going to put back, I probably want to keep the ring, so let's just put back Spike Skewer, have 2 lightning bolts. All right, Scalding Tarn, Steam Vents, play Ragavan. All right, so we're just going to bolt that instantly. Bolt your Rags, pass the turn. Opponent plays Polluted Delta, fetch, Steam Vents Shock. Another Ragavan, not dashing it though. Dragon's Rage Channeler. All right, well, we're going to kill both of those. So play this, fetch, get a mountain, bolt this one. All right, pass the turn. Plays Polluted Delta, fetch, Watery Grave. So it's Death Shadow without Gigantha. So it's Death Shadow with Murktide. Ooh, I can bolt this Death Shadow. I think I'm going to do that. Play another land, bolt your Death Shadow. Let's see if that resolves. Counterspell, sure. All right. So now their Shadow gets to go up to a 5/5. They have another Shadow. Things are getting pretty dicey. We need to draw 4th land for the ring. We did not draw 4th land for the ring, so we are dead. Well, I guess we're not completely dead, but then we're going to 2, and these tap for damage. So yeah, we're dead. All right, sideboarding. Let's see. Chalice is probably good. Sanctifier Onvec is probably good. Actually, I can't Chalice on 1 because I have all my own 1-drops, right? Maybe it is still good, though. I have other things besides 1-drops. All right, so Searing Blaze, although it kills creatures, Eidolon can put them in a position where they can't cast any more spells if they go low enough. I don't particularly want Skullcrack. I definitely want Path. So Death's Shadow, you don't want to be actively damaging them until later in the game. So I think I don't want any of the Goblin Guides, and probably none of the Swift Spears either. So I think the plan is just play the game of chicken, waiting around as much as possible until eventually you just unload all your burn at them. So submit this. All right, keep. All right, definitely keeping this. So land, pass the turn. And then we'll just play Sanctifier Onvec on 2. Opponent fetches Polluted Delta, shock Steam Vents, plays Ragavan. All right, fetch, grab Sacred Foundry, then untap, fetch the other Sacred Foundry, shock that one in, and then play Sanctifier. All right, and now they just cannot attack me anymore. All right, so Mountain, and then I don't even think I play Eidolon here. Maybe I do play Eidolon here. I'm not sure. Nah, I just don't think I'd play anything. I think I just pass it back to them. They're also on 1 land. Yeah, let's just pass it back to them and keep drawing cards. All right, opponent plays a tapped Watery Grave. Back to us. Path to Exile. I'll just keep holding this. Back to us. Opponent plays EI. Fine. Mishra's Bauble. Plays another land. Fetches. Shocks into Steam Vents. Going to 14. All right, I think at this point, maybe it's correct to start trying to bash them down. I do have Path to Exile as well to get rid of the first shadow that shows up. So let's go Boros Charm, deal 4 damage. All right, they took it. Bobble Trigger. We drew Lightning Bolt, so I'm going to Bolt Ragavan now. All right, that went through, and then let's attack with Sanctifier. Put them to 8, and then I'm going to play Eidolon. Red, Eidolon. Stern Scolding, okay. Plays a Death Shadow. Plays Ragavan, not dashing it. All right, I have close to lethal on them. So let's just see if Path to Exile resolves. All right, it does. They get a Swamp. Then let's attack with Sanctifier. Put them to 6. And then I'm going to stop them on their upkeep. Try to Skull Crack them. Opponent bolts us. All right, Skull Crack you back. All right, we're down to 13, but they're at 3. So they hit us with Ragavan. We go to 11. They exile Path to Exile. I wonder if they will use that. I imagine they will. Yep, pathing our guy. Let's go grab a mountain. All right, we have triple burn spells. I think they're dead. Lava Spike, Counterspell, Bolt you. All right, game number 3. This is all definitely still correct. So let's just run this back, I suppose. Submit. All right, so we have double Sanctifier on Vec. That seems pretty good. So let's keep that. Double Sanctifier and the ring. Ragavan. All right, well, let's just suspend Rift Bolt and pass the turn. And then they get to hit us with Ragavan, but what can you do? They exiled Boros Charm. Are they actually going to cast it? All right, fine by me. We go to 11. They play Watery Grave. All right, Rift Bolt comes off suspend, targeting Ragavan. Spell Pierce, that's fine. All right, so now we just play Sanctifier and then pass it back. Opponent plays another land and obviously can't do anything. So let's cast another Sanctifier. See if this one resolves, and if it does, then I get to attack them. All right, Counterspell. So they only have 3 cards in their hand. I do want to play this Chalice, so let's spike them now so that I can next turn Bolt and play Chalice on 1. They fetch. They are not shocking. All right, EI. They play Bobble, crack it, play another land, crack Tarn, get a Watery Grave tapped, Bobble resolves. All right, so I can Searing Blaze here, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to Bolt here and see if they try to Spell Pierce that. All right, Bolt your Ragavan. All right, it resolved. So now let's play Chalice on 1. All right, attack with Sanctifier. So they can't play any of their 1-drop creatures, which is all of them as far as I know, unless they have Murktide, which I guess they do because they're not playing Gigantha. All right, land. Let's attack them with Sanctifier. Going to 7. And then let's try to play the ring. All right, they have Bowmasters in response. Sure. So we go to 5. Oh, and they have Counterspell. All right, well, why didn't they just do that first? And then they can attack us down to 3. All right. I guess it doesn't really matter what order they do it in. EI. So they have 3 cards in hand and 2 1-power creatures that cannot block me, but okay, Fury, sure. This is pro-red, so okay. Not sure what just happened there. Underworld Breach. What, they just wanted more Bobble fodder, I guess? But this exiles Fury anyway, so it's not more Bobble fodder. All right, so they get 2 Bobbles from the Breach. So they get to draw 2 cards. Then they are going to attack us. All right, so we go to 3. Breach dies. They get to draw 2 cards. If we draw a land, we are pretty good here. So the ring. And I have to pay mana. I have to pay life to do it, which means playing the ring is pointless. So let's just draw a card. All right, so we've got it. I can Boros Charm them and attack them. 4 to you, Boros Charm. Combat, swing. What a nail biter. 0 to 1. On to round 2. All right, round 2 on the play with Burn. Land, double Eidolon, Rift Bolt, Skewer. Looks good to me. All right, opponent molds to 6, play Vantage, suspend Rift Bolt. Go ahead. Opponent plays Mount Doom. So is this Calibrated Blast? No. Ragavan. They're going to play Ragavan even though they know we have Rift Bolt. All right. Rift Bolt the Ragavan. Land, and then I guess just pass with Boros Charm. Mount Doom. They play a Bloodstained Mire. All right. Boros Charm, deal 4. All right. Foothills. Now let's just go fetch, get another land. Then Boros Charm them. They go to 11, skewer them. They go to 8. And then we can follow up the next turns with Eidolon and then another Eidolon. Opponent fetches to 7. Gets a Swamp and casts Bowmasters. All right, so they're now at 6. They attack us to 16, and one of their lands is hurting them as well, so that's another bonus. Fable the Mirror Breaker. All right, we drew Goblin Guide, so I guess I'm going to attack and then see if they block. So Goblin Guide, I assume they'll block. Combat, swing, reveal the Thoughtseize. That's useless for them. They have to block now, right? Yeah, okay. Block, Eidolon, go ahead. Then Fable. So is this, so they discarded Malice. So it's Scam with Mount Doom as one of the lands in the deck. Evoke Fury to kill this. All right. Then attack us down to 14. And the last card in their hand is Thoughtseize, which I can't, oh no, they discarded Thoughtseize. Searing Blaze, we don't have a land trigger for it, so let's just play Eidolon. Pass the turn. And then the problem is the Fable flips, and then their board can be better because they have Bowmasters. All right, fetch. Their last card is Fury? Really? Grief. All right. They take Searing Blaze, so be it. They're at 4, so I don't need to draw that much more to kill them. All right, Canyon. Drawing a card makes this bigger, but I can't not draw a card. So sack to draw. We drew Rift Bolt, so I will suspend Rift Bolt and pass the turn. And so now they can go like Reflection, Grief on draw step, or Reflection the Bowmaster, so I can't block anything. They just have another land, so they're copying Grief now. All right, and then they're attacking us with these. So we go to 5, so no blocks. Go to 5. Then Rift Bolt's going to come off suspend, and I'm going to shoot them. I do have to be aware, I guess, so if I cast another spell, then they can activate Mount Doom to kill me, basically. Yeah, because I cast this, it triggers Eidolon, I go to 3, and then any other spell I cast, Mount Doom, kills me at 1. All right, well, unsuspend the Rift Bolt. Whether I shoot them or Bowmasters, it doesn't really matter. All right, shoot you. Eidolon trigger. We drew Swift Spear, and they have a blocker. All right, cast Swift Spear. Now they can just activate Mount Doom and we lose. Who would have thought this land would have been their salvation? All right, sideboard games. Against Scam, what do I want? Sanctifier Onvec, Path to Exile to kill their Scam guys. We're going to be going back and forth a lot. It's probably going to be hard to get Skewer to come in. Skullcrack is also not great here. All right, let's run this. All right, on the play for game 2, we have no lands, mulligan. We have 5 lands. One of them's a redraw. I guess I'll keep. Put a mountain back. All right, Mountain, Guide, Attack, Bloodstained Mire in their hand. All right, Blood Crypt, Fury, and then they're going to scam the Fury. Yep, scammed the Fury. Right, well, I can't race 8 damage a turn, but I guess I'm going to do my darndest to try. Swift Spear, Combat. Take you to 14, pass back. What did they exile for Fury? They exiled Ragavan. Another Fury, exiling Fable. All right, now we go to 12, plays a land, and then our turn. Well, need to draw with Sunbait Canyon to find some kind of action. And they're going to Bowmasters in response. Yep. All right, Sanctifier Onvec, but I can't play it yet. And then we're literally dead on board. All right, that's the game. 1-1, on to round 3. Have you been playing since 8 a.m.? I have been playing since, let's see. It's 8 p.m. here, so I've been playing since 7:30. All right, we are on the play in round 3. Land, Burn Spells, Goblin Guide looks good. Opponent mulls to 6. All right, Sacred Foundry, Shock, cast Goblin Guide, attack. Swing, let's just deal to this. Revealed Grief. Oh, so we're playing probably Scam again, so Scam or Living End. Verdant Catacombs. All right, well, upkeep. Play a land, fetch, mountain, combat, attack with Goblin Guide. The 1 ring entered the revealed cards. Huh. Fetching Verdant Catacombs. Blood Crypt. Tapped. All right. Take this, and I'll just hold Boros Charm up. They're at 15. Blackcleave Cliffs. All right, let's Boros Charm. They go to 11. All right, so if this is Bowmasters, I can't do anything about that. Rift Bolt. All right, play a land. Combat. Swing. Goblin Guide reveals Thoughtseize. Opponent, Bowmasters. Yeah, I have no instant speed interaction, so it's going to die. Yeah, 1 here. Token blocks this. What are you going to do? Oh no, just double block? That doesn't make much sense to me, but okay. I guess if I have instant speed burn, he's making sure that Goblin Guide dies off. All right, Lava Spike, Skewer, Suspend Rift Bolt, pass the turn. So Thoughtseed is effectively a dead card. 1 ring is almost a dead card. Voidwalker, Grief, pitching the Thoughtseize presumably. Yeah, let's take our 1 ring. Then Rift Bolt comes off suspend and shoots them in the face. All right, Rift Bolt you. We drew Swift Spear, so cast the Swift Spear. Attack. I guess I'm going to draw with this anyway, so I should have drawn with it first to see if I drew a burn spell. All right, so draw a card. All right, it's a land, so play that tapped. Pass the turn. So ring, but they cannot activate the ring. They may not even have 4 lands for the ring. So it's probably what? There's some stuff exiled with Dothy, right? Rift Bolt, so they can Dothy, Rift Bolt, the Monastery Swift Spear. Yeah, so Dothy, Rift Bolt here, right? No, they're just playing the ring. All right. We drew Goblin Guide. So I guess I just hold that so that they can't Fury it. All right, pass it back. Opponent casts Bowmasters. We go to 15. They make another token. Ring. They can never activate this ring for the rest of the game. All right. I guess if they drew a 4th land, they can, because then they can play this 1 ring. All right. Going to game 2. So sideboard in Sanctifier, sideboard in Path, side out Skullcrack, and Eidolon may actually be pretty bad here. They have rings, they have 4 to 5 cost evoke elementals. All right, submit. All right, Sanctifier, 3 lands, 3 burn spells, looks good. Keep. Well, we're getting double griefed on turn 1, so they're going to take Sanctifier and a burn spell. There goes Sanctifier. Yep, Malakir Rebirth. At least it's only a 3/2. They took Lava Spike so that the skewers are turned off. All right, well, we drew a Lava Spike, so let's just play this tapped. And then next turn I can go Spike Skewer or Spike Skewer the Grief. Tapped Malakir Rebirth. I don't think I can race this Grief, so I probably need to shoot it. All right, Swift Spear, so let's go Swift Spear, swing at the opponent. We'll see if it dies. Did not die, so I will Skewer the Grief. All right, so they have 3 cards, we have 3 cards. Land. All right, shock this in, play Goblin Guide, play Lava Spike, and then Skewer them, growing the Swift Spear even bigger, and then combat, swing with both. Grief is on the top of their deck. All right, they just don't have an answer, so they go to 4. Plays 4th land, and then just plays Grief, question mark? Plays the 1 ring. All right, so they have Grief in hand. I can't attack them anymore. All right, just play a land, pass. Maybe I shouldn't have played that land, because of Searing Blaze later, yeah. So I need to remember to hold lands. They draw. At the very least, they take 1 off of this ring and go to 3. So they have Grief 2 unknowns, drawing more with the ring. All right, looks like we got it. 2 and 1 with burn, on to round number 4. All right, round number 4 on the draw. 3 lands, 3 burn spells, Eidolon. Looks good. Keep. Opponent mulls to 6. Blood Crypt. Is this scam again? Scam again? All right, well, we're going to kill that. So, Mountain, pass. All right, Bolt Rags. Well, we are playing scam game after game after game. All right, I can just bolt it again, or I can go Lava Spike Skewer, or I can just play Searing Blaze. Let's just do Searing Blaze. All right, fetch. Grab another mountain. Searing Blaze. This and this. I guess I could have done that on their turn too. Should have done it on their turn. All right, 3rd land. Season Pyro. Discarding Bloodghast. Interesting. All right, land. I gotta fetch a white. Sacred Foundry, shock. So what's the best move here? Go Spike, Skewer, Suspend Riftbolt. That seems good. Spike, Skewer. Actually, yeah, that's correct. And then Suspend Riftbolt. Pass the turn. We get attacked down to 12 from the Pyromancer and its tokens. Bloodghast returns. Opponent plays. Pyromancer. Grief. All right, so the Grief takes our Bolt. All right, Riftbolt comes off Suspend. Bolt your face. Skullcrack you. Man, burn's so easy. What are you burn players complaining about? Just burn your opponent over and over. All right, scam. Same deal. Sanctifier, Path to Exile, Eidolon out, Skullcrack out. Right? Is this correct? Or maybe just Goblin Guide is bad? They have so many blockers, Bowmasters, especially on the draw. Yeah, all right. Submit this. Game 2 on the draw. 3 lands, 3 burn spells, ring looks good. Opponent mulls to 6. We will keep. Blood Crypt. Grief us. All right, we're getting double grief. They took Searing Blaze, and then what are they taking next? Took Riftbolt. All right. Play a land, pass. Opponent plays a swamp. What did they exile to Grief? They exiled Malakir Rebirth. All right, fetch. Grab Sacred Foundry tapped. Take our turn. That's still not anything, so I guess just play fetch land, get another Sacred Foundry, go. We take another 4 from Grief, go to 11. Plays a land. All right, fetch. Tapped Sacred Foundry. Untap. All right, and I guess we just pay full price for this Skewer on Grief. I hope they don't have another scam spell. All right. Oh, they sacked it to Village Rites. What is going on, scam players? What are you guys cooking? Bloodghast. We get attacked. All right, so we're at 8. Opponent plays a mountain. All right, cast the ring. Trigger. All right, stop on your upkeep before you have a chance to draw Bowmasters. Ooh, we drew another ring. Village Rites away Bloodghast. Ragavan. Fetch. Get Bloodghast back. All right, opponent's at 17, so we need a lot of interaction here. Ring, take us to 7. All right, we have Bolt. I can block the Bloodghast, and then it just... Okay, so I can go Swift Spear, block, Bolt Ragavan. Definitely drawing. All right, there's Bowmasters, so I'm going to just bolt that in response. All right, bolt this. All right, 6, draw some more cards, play a land. So I go Swift Spear and then like Boros Charm, block the Bloodghast, or path the Bloodghast, I guess. Cast Swift Spear. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing, so pass the turn. These lands damaging me is also a problem. Delta Fetch. Opponent plays Fury. All right, Boros Charm become indestructible. Let's always yield to the prowess trigger. All right, my Swift Spear is now indestructible. Are they going to attack? They are going to attack. All right, so block here, and then just path the Bloodghast so they can't keep getting it back. Path this. Then we're going to go to 3 with the ring, and have to play another ring. Or 4, and then we go to 2. Yeah. All right, draw more with the ring. We absolutely have to play another ring. So, new ring, trigger, keep the new ring. I guess I can technically Lava Spike them and go to 1 life in order to attack through Fury. I guess, no, I trade with the Fury in that case. Let's just play a land and then pass. All right, opponent has another Fury to kill our Swift Spear. Do the lands deal damage or lose life? We have to pay life to activate them. All right, so I guess I have to draw cards because I need to... So if I draw, I'm not going to be able to get 14 damage worth of burn. So I need to like kill all their creatures. That is a tough sell. But not drawing will also kill me here because then they just attack. So draw a card. We can't fetch. We can't crack these. We can't activate these. All right, draw a card. We do Searing Blaze. So I can go Blaze one of the Furies and then Rift Bolt, and then we still die to this army token. But I guess it's possible that I can draw on upkeep and draw instant speed burn. So what can I get them to? So let's go land, Searing Blaze, one of the Furies. And then I have to go Rift Bolt, another one, and then I'm at 1 and I die to this army token. Yeah, so none of that works. Draw a card. All right, yeah, we're dead. All right, next game. Same exact sideboard applies, I think. So just run the same thing back. On the play. Looks fine. Keep. Vantage, cast Swift Spear, attack. Opponent goes to 19, pass the turn. Bloodstained Mire, fetch, shock. Bringing Fury back, eh? All right, Swift Spear dies, then they get it back. Oh, no, they're sacking it to Village Rites. Man, these players are cooking. They be cooking. All right, I think it's unlikely that I'm going to have to cast Searing Blaze, so I think I just hold Boros Charm up. Tapped land, cast Ragavan. All right, so I will Searing Blaze, but not now. Boros Charm, your face, white and red. They're at 12. Play a land, spike you, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. All right, combat, fetch, grab Mountain, Searing Blaze here and here. So Ragavan dies, they go to 6. They fetch down to 5. Mountain, casting Pyromancer, Bloodghast, Village Rites to the graveyard. All right, we almost have it, so just pass it back, holding up burn spells. Opponent goes to combat. We take 4 from the Pyromancer and his groupies. We go to 15. Opponent plays another Pyromancer. Resolve the trigger. Puts Bloodstained Mire, Grief in the graveyard. Plays a land, tapped, gets the Bloodghast back. All right, cast Skullcrack. If we draw a land or any burn spell, we win. There's a land. Searing Blaze, here, here. So easy, burn players, so easy. Round 5. All right, we're on the draw. Round 5. We have only 1 land, so probably a mulligan. All right, 3 lands and all this stuff, so let's put a land back. Done. The Burn Mirror for the finals. Spike. All right. Mountain Goblin Guide. Attack. They drew a Wooded Foothills off that. Fetching. Mountain. Searing Blaze. All right. Goblin Guide dies. We go to 14. All right. Fetch. I don't actually have any white spells in my hand yet, but I probably can't afford to just not have access to them. I guess the only white spell in my deck is Boros Charm, right? Yeah. All right. Grab a Mountain. Play Swift Spear. Cast Lava Spike. Get the Prowess. Then they go to 14, and then we attack them down to 12. All right, opponent is at 6 cards, though. It has been such a weird league. Shadow, scam 3 times, burn. Yeah, it has been a weird league. Opponent plays. Suspends Rift Bolt. Plays a land. Does nothing else. All right, well, I guess I can, if they try to Rift Bolt the Swift Spear, I can double bolt them in response. If they try to Rift Bolt me, it's the same thing. It's just the issue of if I don't cast any spells right now, it's probably better to just try to go to their face, right? I mean, this is 12 damage here, isn't it? So, bolt your face, pay red, trigger Prowess, skewer the critics. All right, so this is a 3-4, so it seems like they don't have an answer for it. Attack. They go to 3, then they fetch, down to 2. All right, Boros Charm us to 9. Then Rift Bolt comes off suspend, and they need 2 burn spells. All right, do you have the 2 burn spells? Land, crack to draw, Goblin Guide. Seems like they don't. All right, bolt you. We got there. All right, so definitely don't want Eidolon in the mirror, especially on the draw. Definitely want Sanctifier, and that's probably it. Just run it back. Land, multiple burn spells, keep. Opponent plays Swift Spear. Sure. So we're on defense, so I'm pretty sure it's just kill everything they play. Fetch a mountain, bolt this, and then pass it back. Play a second land, and it's thankfully a painful land. All right, so I don't know that they're necessarily even going to play a creature, so the best move is to just what? Spike, suspend Rift Bolt, mountain, spike you, suspend Rift Bolt, pass it back. End step, opponent cast, Skullcrack, we're at 14. And they go to 16 from their painful land. 1 mana, Goblin Guide. They attack us with Goblin Guide. We have a bolt on the top. All right, Rift Bolt, come off suspend. Main phase 2. Opponent takes a damage. Casts Lava Spike, we're at 9. Plays another pain land. Also takes more damage from that. Skewers us to 6. All right, Rift Bolt comes off suspend. Rift Bolt you. They go to 11. Draw. Play a land. Searing Blaze, you and the guide. And then I guess I just hold up Bolt in case they play a creature. Yeah. Opponent has 2 cards and all this stuff. All right, try bolting you end of turn. We go to 5. They're at 5. All right, so if they have exactly Boros Charm, I can't crack plus skewer them. So I need to play Goblin Guide, attack, and see what happens. All right, Goblin Guide, attack. They reveal Path to Exile on top. Does the guide connect? So they can draw and then path the guide, which it looks like is probably what they're doing. All right, path the guide. That is fine. We will go and get a land and then pass it back to them. So if they ever tap this for mana, I can Skullcrack them in response. All right, looks like that is not happening. It is the upkeep. Opponent is bolting us. Very well. We are bolted. We are at 2. All right, cast Swift Spear. A game of chicken, who's going to flinch first? Go to combat, swing with the Swift Spear. All right, they go to 3, Spectacle the Skewer. They respond with Bolt. We respond with Skullcrack. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We have won the chicken game. All right, we went 4-1 with Burn. So, I think I can see why the players are cutting the Eidolons. It winds up just like not being good in a lot of matchups. Like decks feel more aggressive than they used to be. So I can understand this. I also don't know if the ring is even good in this deck. It is possible it just wants to be all in on the burn plan with Roiling Vortex as well. So probably a more conventional approach is better than these cards. But overall, same old burn that you've always seen. And with that, been streaming for 13 hours. So I'm going to call it a day here. So if you showed up today, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for everyone who subbed and followed. And I will see you tomorrow with more decks on the wheel. So until then, see you next time.